Sidney Ruth is a Melbourne FL artist who turns mirrors and frames into decadent little worlds. Working under the tagline, "Handmade artifacts of wicked whimsy," she sculpts glossy, swirling surfaces that look part antique heirloom, part melted candy. Think ornate gold frames, liquid-like silver mirror glass, and bold pops of greens and blues that curl and drip around the edges like icing. Her work sits right between fine art, fantasy and dessert, mirrors, accessories and small objects that feel playful, a little spooky, and irresistibly sweet. Through Simmy Sugar Company and Simmy Eye Candy accessories, Sidney has built a visual language that's instantly recognisable. Maximal, textural and indulgent, like a dessert table turned into sculptural home decor. Jack A.C. Art is an illustration artist known for his bold, high-energy doodles that fuse vibrant colour palettes with surreal, character-driven storytelling. His work bridges pop culture, faith and imagination, blending graffiti-inspired lines with dreamlike patterns and textures that feel both chaotic and intentional. Using primarily markers and traditional media, Jack builds layered, collectible-style compositions that pull you into his universe of colour and creativity. Beyond his art, he teaches others how to develop their own doodle style through his Create with Jack AC community and online courses, empowering artists to find freedom in their creativity. Tirso Paz, also known as Bubblegum, is a mural artist whose work is defined by its intricate detail, dynamic composition, and seamless integration with its environment. His signature, ornamental style, developed in 2020, combines highly realistic imagery with delicate filigree patterns inspired by architectural design. This unique approach creates striking visual contrasts, often blending lifelike depictions of animals, expressive female portraits, and elements of nature with ornate flowing motifs. The result is a harmonious fusion of realism and ornamentation that transforms public spaces into immersive artistic experiences. Tirso's murals are celebrated for their ability to captivate audiences through a meticulous use of light and texture, which lends his work a sense of movement and vitality. His designs frequently incorporate natural elements, such as foliage and animal forms, intertwined with elaborate decorative patterns, giving each piece a timeless and organic quality. Rebecca King's paintings are an exploration of memory, place, and the quiet rhythm of water. Working from her studio in San Antonio, Texas, she creates delicate abstractions that drift between landscape and emotion, soft layers of watercolour that seem to breathe on the canvas. Each piece begins with a dialogue between movement and stillness. Rebecca allows the pigment and water to find their own paths, creating subtle gradients and flowing forms that echo tides, fog, or the fading light of distant horizons. Her process is both intuitive and meditative, a study in letting go, yet staying fully present. Through this balance, her work invites reflection. It's about how we carry memories of place, how light shifts through recollection, and how water mirrors the mind's ebb and flow. Anna Robin is a Canadian farrier and blacksmith who has carved out her own space in a craft that balances grit, fire, and artistry. At the anvil, she transforms raw steel into objects that are both functional and deeply expressive. Her work spans from traditional farriery, where skill and precision directly support the health and strength of horses, to blacksmithing that explores the artistic side of metalwork. What makes her creations stand out is the way she bridges the practical and the ornamental. She forges tools, hooks and horseshoes with the same dedication that she brings to handcrafted jewellery, sculptural pieces, and custom designs. Each item carries the story of fire, hammer, and steel, shaped not only by technical mastery, but also by her vision of giving metal new life. Step into the enchanting and thought-provoking world of Artashes Sardarian, an artist who masterfully breathes life into broken fragments, transforming them into mesmerizing works of art. At first glance, his pieces seem to tell a tale of fragility, but look closer, and you'll see they radiate strength, resilience, and a profound sense of beauty. Artashes is not just an artist, but a storyteller who uses shattered porcelain and kintsugi, the ancient Japanese art of repairing ceramics with gold, to create pieces that embrace imperfection. Each plate, each fragment, and every golden seam reflects a journey of renewal, where brokenness is not hidden, but celebrated as a part of the object's history. His work bridges the gap between tradition and modernity, blending delicate classical designs with bold and contemporary ideas. From ethereal butterflies stitched together with fine threads, to hauntingly beautiful hands and eyes peeking through fractured plates, his art invites you to question the relationship between destruction and creation. Kozo is a New York-based artist whose work blurs the line between fine art and tattooing. Known for his precision and vision, he draws inspiration from classical painting, mythology, and surrealism. Yet his artistry isn't limited to reinterpretation. Alongside reimagined icons and timeless motifs, Kozo creates his own original worlds, pieces that feel entirely born from his imagination, where reality twists into something more poetic and otherworldly. His tattoos carry the depth of oil paintings, layered with symbolism and emotion, while his studio work pushes beyond the skin, exploring new ways to merge tradition with contemporary expression. Every creation feels like part of a larger story, whether it's etched onto a body, captured on canvas, or brought to life through unexpected mediums. Henry Wood is a gifted contemporary artist whose practice centres around the creation of evocative, handcrafted wooden sculptures. His work is a dialogue between the natural beauty of wood and the human impulse to shape and interpret it, resulting in pieces that feel both timeless and deeply personal. With a meticulous eye for detail and an intuitive sense of form, Henry brings out the inherent character of each piece of timber he works with, celebrating its grain, knots, and imperfections as essential parts of the finished sculpture. Drawing inspiration from the organic rhythms of nature, as well as from architecture, design, and the human body, his sculptures often embody a sense of movement and fluidity, despite being carved from a rigid material. Some works appear delicate and almost weightless, with sinuous curves and graceful lines, while others explore bold, monumental forms that convey strength and presence. In all his creations, there is a profound respect for the wood itself, allowing its history and individuality to shine through rather than being concealed.